Hello, and welcome to this Civil Service Behaviour Series video. In this series, we break down all 9 of the core behaviours that can be tested within your civil service application. On today's agenda is the behaviour managing a quality service, more specifically the dreaded interview stage. We're going to be looking at what managing a quality service actually means. Well, what your interviewer thinks it means anyway. Then we are going to deep dive into the questions you can be asked in your interview. There's 5 questions we'll look at and we'll go over how best to answer them. And finally, I will share with you the questions that you should be wary of, as they may cause you to drop your guard and will cause you to lose points in your interview. So first things first, we can't show off our abilities if we don't understand what it is we're being assessed on. Civil service defines managing a quality service as delivering service objectives with professional excellence, expertise, and efficiency, while taking account of diverse customer needs. Fundamentally, managing a quality service is all about evaluating whether you are satisfied with merely adequate service delivery or if you are constantly striving to elevate the quality of services offered to the public. This involves a deeper engagement with the principles of service quality, from understanding and responding to consumer needs to implementing and monitoring quality controls, all aimed at enhancing the public's experience with the civil service. And are you able to demonstrate all of that with examples from your experience? If so, let's take a look at some of the questions you can be asked. Question 1. Tell me about a time you improved a process or system. This question digs into how you identify areas for improvement and take action to make things better. It's about showing you can spot a problem, come up with a solution, and then put that solution into action to improve efficiency or quality. The interviewers are looking for evidence of your analytical thinking and your ability to implement changes that make a real difference. Choose an example where you saw a process wasn't working as well as it could be, that you figured out how to fix it, and then made those improvements happen. Before we discuss the next question, let's drill deeper into how to answer civil service behaviour questions. These questions you're going to be asked are called competency-based questions and are designed for you to share an example from your experience with the interviewer. The answer you give should be full and detailed, yet it should also be concise and to the point. It's a paradox, I know. Basically, you should stay on point and refrain from any non-relevant and non-important matters. Simply stick to the important points in a well-structured manner. And the best way to do this is by using the B-star method. Using B-star, you will split your answer into 5 key parts. The first is the B, which stands for belief. You want to begin your response by sharing your thoughts and feelings regarding the subject matter. This helps set the stage for your story and demonstrate your personal connection to the topic. If this doesn't make much sense, check out the show notes for example answers for all the questions in this video. Next up, we have S for situation. Briefly describe the context of the scenario in which your actions took place. This provides the interviewer with an understanding of the circumstances surrounding your experience. Remember, it's essential to keep this part concise, as the primary focus should be on your actions and the results. Look at the 5 W's: who, what, where, when, why, and incorporate the relevant ones into your story. Following the situation, we have T for task. Explain your specific role and responsibilities in the situation. By doing this, you highlight what you were entrusted with in your previous roles and also let the interviewer understand what expectations were made of you within the situation at hand. Up next, we have the most important section, and that is A for action. Describe the steps you took to achieve the desired outcome and explain the rationale behind your actions. This section and the results section should be the most detailed, as it illustrates exactly what you are capable of doing and achieving. And then finally, we have R for the results. Conclude your response with the results of your actions, using figures or quantifiable outcomes whenever possible. This will demonstrate to the interviewer the impact of your efforts and your ability to deliver tangible results in your role. This is also where you can share any lessons you learn from the experience, should you wish. Now, keeping that structure in mind, let's take a look at some more questions. This one tests your resourcefulness. Question 2 is, tell me about a time you had to manage a project with limited resources. This one is all about seeing how you do more with less. It's checking if you can prioritize, make tough calls, and still deliver results when you don't have everything you might want at your disposal. Interviewers want to see your creativity and your problem solving in action. Pick a story where you had to get a job done without all the resources you'd ideally have. Focus on how you made it work, on what you achieved, and what you learned from the experience. The next question is a scenario many face in any service role. It is, tell me about a time when you had to deal with a difficult customer. This question is about your people skills, particularly how you handle challenging interactions while keeping your cool and maintaining service quality. The panel is looking for your ability to navigate tough situations with grace and effectiveness. Choose an example where you turned a potentially negative experience into a positive one for the customer, showcasing your communication skills and your patience. Here's a question that gets to the heart of leadership. Tell me about a time you had to make an unpopular decision. It's one thing to make decisions when everyone's on board, it's another when they're not. This question probes your ability to stand firm and lead even when the going gets tough. What the interviewers are after is a look at your decision making process and your backbone. Share a time when you made a call that wasn't well received but was necessary to manage a quality service. Focus on why you made that decision and how you handled the fallout. Finally, here's a question that lets you showcase your commitment. Tell me about a time you went above and beyond your responsibilities at work. This is your moment to talk about when you didn't just do your job, but you did more than what was expected. Shows your dedication and your drive. The interviewers want to see your initiative and your work ethic in action. Highlight an instance where you put in extra effort to achieve something great, making sure to detail what you did, why you did it, and what the outcome was. And that was the last question we have for you in this video. Before we go, there's one more question type that I want to share with you. You should always be on the lookout for in your civil service interviews. And that is ungraded questions. You'll know the question is ungraded because the interviewer will tell you as much. These are usually quite innocuous sounding questions, like what do you like to do at the weekends or what hobbies are you passionate about? Those type of questions. You'll be told these questions are just icebreakers or that they're just there to make you feel at ease and not to worry because you won't be scored on any of these questions. Which, in fairness, is all true. But what they're not telling you is that your answers, and more specifically how you answer, is going to be used as a benchmark when assessing and grading your other answers. Remember that when grading your answers, one of the things they're looking at is how enthusiastic you are and how much you seem motivated by what you do. If you're very passionate about your weekend plans, but seemingly unenthused about your actions in previous roles, this is going to be noted and this will affect your overall interview score. This is just something to keep in mind when answering these ungraded questions. Right then, that's the end of our video. If you enjoyed our content, please don't forget to subscribe so you can see more of our career guidance videos. If you're still nervous about your upcoming interview, then check out the show notes for more resources. Don't hesitate to drop a question in the comments below and we'll help in any way we can. That is it from me. Good luck in your future applications with the civil service and take care.